for this Wednesday evening presentation of the NBA. Alongside Grant Hill, Tim Legler, and Allie LaForce, I'm Brian Anderson. Also joining us tonight is League Insider Shams Charania. Shams, we appreciate you being here for this one.
Always a pleasure, B.A. Thanks for having me drop by.
Brought your A game, I'm sure, partner.
Lot to talk about, B.A.
Now that we're into November, let's see how the Eastern Conference standings are shaking out. You look at the Bulls, things stacking up nicely for them so far. #1 in their conference and looking formidable. And of course, Detroit, behind 4.5 games.
Right now for Detroit, it's really been an intriguing year for them. I mean, they work hard, they play gritty, but they're just so inconsistent.
Well, inconsistency is the word. Sometimes they'll lose a game they probably should have won, and they show you how hard it is to sustain success in this league.
And a look at the starters for the Bulls. Buzelis out there with Okoro. Then it's MP. Then there's Anthony Simons. And it's Collins in at center, filling out the middle. And for Detroit, Cade Cunningham out there with Duncan Robinson. Then it's Asar Thompson. Then it's Isaiah Stewart. And it's Holland in at the power forward position. And the Pistons looking to build on last season, Shams. What's the key for them this year?
Well, a big part of it was continuing to build on last season and bringing back some of their core. And we've seen how the right vets catalyze this young team. So getting those guys back in the mix, that was a big priority this summer, continuing to add shooting around Cade Cunningham.
Launches it. He's in his comfort zone. 2 for 2 to start this one.
You can't give Simons any room from that corner spot.
And here's Cunningham. He'll bring it up for Detroit. 6-point game. Victory eluded them last time in Chicago when they faced the Bulls.
Their reserves have to step up this time around and get stops. That was the difference the last time these teams played.
With nobody on him, he buries that jumper.
Yeah, that was an easy one. Cade has every shot in his bag.
From deep, MP. Another 3 for Chicago.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
The Pistons on offense. They defeated Washington in their last game.
And I think they were prepared to face pressure D, but that never materialized, so they took advantage.
This has been that rare night where they got pretty much anything they wanted offensively.
Robinson gets the bucket. And Shams, a favorite topic in the NBA rumor mill is league expansion. What have you heard, my friend?
Well, B.A., I still think we're a little bit ways away. The NBA and the Board of Governors continue to evaluate the potential for expansion franchises in the NBA. They have not made any firm decisions yet, I'm told, but this is something the NBA is continuing to find numbers, continuing to evaluate the pros and the cons, potentially adding 1 or 2 more teams to the NBA.
And maybe we think about that inside the U.S., but it could go global as well.
Seattle, Las Vegas, Mexico City are really the 3 cities at the forefront of these conversations.
And that one's good. Stewart.
What a pass right there. Coaches love seeing guys making it easy for their teammates.
Pass to Buzelis. Okoro outside. Now here's Simons. 3-pointer. Another 3 for Chicago.
And what's working here? Each guy is willing to make the next pass.
Here's Holland. Outside Robinson. Cunningham outside. Puts up a deep 3. Rebound by the Bulls. They're really clicking as a unit. Tonight, looking for their 11th straight win.
And we're seeing just how good this team is when they're firing on all cylinders. The way they're rolling right now, this winning streak could go on for a while.
And Shams, with younger teams like OKC taking the reins, new stars for fans to get acquainted with. Any concern there for the league?
You know, B.A., I think the parity in all these young up-and-coming players is good, and it would probably be more of a concern if these young teams weren't as formidable. But listen, stars like LeBron James, Stephen Curry, Kevin Durant, they have had their heyday. You want to see that next generation of players ready to carry the mantle, whether that's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Anthony Edwards, Luka Doncic, Cooper Flag, the list goes on.
Chicago leading by 10. Out to the right wing. MP scanning the floor. Three-pointer, Buzelis, And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
12 straight points off threes. This defense is not extending very well.
And here's Cunningham. He'll bring it up for Detroit. Outside Robinson. Thompson passes to Stewart. Now Cunningham, covered by MP. Shot clock at 6. And the shot goes in.
That is a soft touch on the teardrop. And shots like that are what make Cunningham such a tough cover.
Lets it fly. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Their offense looking like a well-oiled machine.
Pistons trail by 13. Outside Robinson. And Shams, the last few years, teams often giving up a lot of draft picks when they traded for a difference maker.
The market has changed, BA, and the thought process has been, assuming the trade moves the needle, those picks you're giving up aren't very good. But listen, if the trade doesn't work, you just gave up the farm, and that's the risk reward that you play with as a general manager.
Here's Cunningham. The Bulls making their last shot. Thompson, a screen on MP. And he lobs it up to the rim. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
Well, Cunningham is confident running these sets. He just knows how to break down the defense.
Pass to Simons. Goes up from the top of the key. And all around the rim that time before dropping. Simons has got 17 points.
Well, he has dictated the tempo this entire quarter, getting basically whatever he wants offensively.
And so the timeout by J.B. Bickerstaff here. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. And it's a completely new group. And so the timeout by J.B. Bickerstaff here. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. You know, Shams, last year we heard stars like Kevin Durant say they wish more attention was paid to the game. There is great attention paid to the game in a lot of different areas, and I know a lot of the older players are a little uncomfortable with that. Where do you stand on all of this?
Well, listen, BA, every player deserves to have their perspective heard, and they're the ones playing. They're the product at the end of the day. Trades, signings, free agency, coach hirings, firings, that's all a part of the game as well. I think everyone in the game understands that. For me, as long as I'm being fair, accurate, responsible with everything that I do and my information, that's all that matters. I think that's all players, coaches, execs care about.
Holland out there with Tobias Harris. Then there's Cunningham. Then it's Asar Thompson. And it's Jenkins in at point guard. That's the 5 on the floor for the Pistons. Pistons trail by 15. Quarter 2 and about 2 minutes in. To the middle. Here's Thompson. Perfect night so far. 2 for 2.
Good work down low. I mean, I like how confident Thompson is from this area.
And here's MP from outside. Oh, the dunk by Smith.
And this is something he does all too well. Great position for the putback there.
And I like how he doesn't think twice about passing it out. Just going right for the slam.
Well, defensively, you've got to put a body on him. That guy will ruin you on the offensive glass.
And a busy summer for trade, Shams. What went into that frenzy of activity?
Yeah, only the Nets had significant cap space, so that meant it was going to be a lot of trades, not a ton of free agent movement. Also, with a much greater level of parity, the East is wide open, and teams are really sensing there's a chance here to go for it. We saw that with the Desmond Bane trade in Orlando.
You feel like we may go on the same kind of roll next summer?
Yeah, I think next summer there'll be much more free agent movement. There's going to be about 10 to 12 teams with significant cap space in the summer of 2026.
Shams, you got to get all your cell phones charged up, baby.
They're ready.
Now here's Miller. 18 points separating these teams. That's the biggest lead of the game. 6 to shoot. Here's Simons. And it's good for 2. Simons got 19 points.
Oh, Simons has really lit it up tonight, man. They expect this from him. He can score in bunches.
To the paint. Here's Harris. Count the bucket. Coming off a perfectly placed pass.
And after a scoreless first quarter, he's finding his offense.
And so Billy Donovan calls timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys. Stewart, he's checked in for Detroit. Robinson comes in for Jenkins, then for Chicago. Collins, he's checked in for Smith. And Buzelis is subbed in for Miller. And Shams, the landscape of the Eastern Conference drastically shifted by the run of Achilles tears in last year's playoffs.
Yeah, BA, it felt like one after the other. Every week there was something big in the playoffs last year, and devastating for the teams particularly, but the league at large. And situations like these only amplify those voices saying that the league has to find a way to figure out how to protect players from injury. Is it lesser regular season games during the regular season? Is there a formula? Is there a method to potentially decrease the amount of significant injuries we see?
And the 3-ball is just another way that MP can hurt you.
And there's the lob. And here's Cunningham outside. He drops it from range. Cunningham's got 7 points.
And when you're trailing in a game, it can be tempting to try to go for the big play.
Bulls leading by 21. MP outside, and here's Simons outside. Oh, he's on fire. 8 for 8 and just looking relentless.
And Simons really making you pay from distance right now.
Robinson passes to Stewart. Now here's Cunningham. And there's another one for the Pistons.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
Well, you just have to communicate those switches. If you don't, it's on you.
Here's Henry. And it's good. Off the back of the rim and in. He's got 16.
Well, just keep feeding him. He has been lights out.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hey, BA. The Pistons are improving on both ends, but particularly on defense. Cade Cunningham said, everybody is stepping up on that end and taking the challenge to guard. We have a good system that allows us all to play our strengths. We're still hungry, though. We're not satisfied at all. Back over to you.
More to prove. Okay, Allie, thanks for the report. Well, we know you got to get going, but thanks, Shams. As always, it's been fun and informative, my friend.
BA, no problem. Always glad to join, but I gotta go. I gotta get to this news right now.
Man's got things to do. Always a pleasure to have Shams drop in. He knows everything that's going on in the league.
Well, he's really connected and he has great instincts. It's almost like he can sniff out a story better than anyone.
Hanging on the rim, just showing off.
That's how you extend the glory right there. Pass to Buzelis. Fires the 3, and MP with a basket on the assist by Buzelis. Buzelis has got 5 assists tonight.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
Now here's Cunningham. 9 points in the game. Thompson outside. Holland for 3. No luck on that one. So as we conclude the first half, a fairly one-sided game. It's the Bulls running away with it. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out there for the start of the third quarter, right after the break.
Hello and welcome. Before we take a look at the action from the first half, a brief overview of some upcoming games.
And for that game against the 76ers, this looks like a complete toss-up to me. Talent level is similar. These games often come down to a few key plays.
And if that's the case, we'll see who has the better closers tonight. And now, how about that first half? Talk about a dominating display for the Chicago Bulls.
It starts with their rebounding. They're controlling the glass. That gives you those extra possessions.
Yeah, they're doing the dirty work, plain and simple.
Appreciate you joining us. It's been our distinct pleasure, and I mean that. Let's now take you back over to the third quarter with Brian Anderson.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. You look at Anthony Simons, he's been playing really well.
Can they come up with an answer for him coming out of the half? They have to change something defensively.
And that will be the biggest adjustment. They have to force the ball out of his hands, but that's a difficult challenge.
Well, you look at the contenders, Tim. Recent history only amplifies the fact that it's a challenge to repeat as champions.
Yeah, B.A., there's a couple of things at work here. First, you're playing much deeper into June, so your offseason is shorter. And then you're a target. Every arena you walk into is a different environment once you're a champion.
And so in the game for the Bulls, they've got MP. Isaac Okoro is out there with Buzelis. Then there's Zach Collins, and it's Simons in a shooting guard. Thompson finds Robinson. Cunningham. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Yeah, hanging around on the offensive boards. Cunningham creating a second chance opportunity.
From deep, MP drains the triple. Henry's got 22.
Adds to their lead. They've been able to rely on him all night.
Here in this third quarter, just over a minute played. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
Flying high, Asar Thompson. I wish I still had hops like that.
Simons passes to Okoro. From deep, MP. Another three for Chicago.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
And here's Cunningham. He'll bring it up for the Detroit Pistons. Thompson with a screen. And it's Cunningham missing.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Shoots. And there's another one for Chicago.
Good, solid start to the half, hitting 3 out of 4.
Into the third. 2 minutes in now. Cunningham passes to Stewart. Here's Holland. Detroit moving the ball around. And here's Cunningham outside. Collins with the rebound. Collins has got 5 rebounds in the game.
He seems a little out of rhythm right now. They're on fire to start this quarter, and with each basket, their confidence grows.
The Pistons have got just 2 of 6 in the second half. Stewart with it, picked up by Collins. And a big finish by Robinson.
Now that's how you capitalize on a screen.
Yeah, good positioning, too. Gave him a clear path to the hoop.
Yeah, not only does he create the space he needs, but then he attacks downhill.
And a chance to see the latest edition of the power rankings. Always fun to see where everyone in the league stands. Taking a look at the Nuggets, they're building some momentum right now and aiming for a spot in the top 5.
When I look at Chicago, they've had a cold stretch and are desperately looking to end their losing streak. You can bet tensions are high in that locker room.
Here's Buzelis. Looking at his numbers, currently he's averaging around 9 points a game.
Wow, their opponent is doing a tremendous job spacing the floor.
Detroit has got nothing to fall here in the third. 0 for 4. Cunningham passes to Stewart. Now Robinson from deep. Buries it from 3. Robinson's got 10.
Gets one to go. It's been a great personal night for him, but those mean a lot less if you're losing.
And here's Simons outside. Another 3 for Chicago.
Backing up that last 3 with another 3. The defense has to stop giving them so many clean looks.
And you think of players who heat up in a hurry, you got to include Anthony Simons, Tim.
Well, Brian, he's just a bucket getter. He can pull up from any distance and with the elevation to do a little damage inside as well.
Now here's Cunningham, and he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Cunningham's got 4 points in the quarter.
They're finding ways to get the ball into the paint. 5 consecutive buckets.
From deep, MP nails it from beyond the arc.
And that is killer instinct, just continuing to pile it on.
Now here's Cunningham. He's got 13. Stewart, a screen on Simons. Robinson gets the bucket. For Chicago, they've gotten 7 of 8 shots to fall in the third quarter so far. Collins passes to MP. And here's Okoro. There's the three. And there's Simons. That one's good. On the assist by Okoro. Simons has got 32 points. Detroit has gone 2 of 6 from downtown here in the second half. Pass to Holland. Back to Stewart. Let's go with a three. And Detroit another three.
Oh, you gotta love the back and forth, showing real confidence at the arc.
And when you give up a three, there's always this instinct to try and get it back immediately.
Now here's Simons. 32 points in the game for him. The shot. MP no good.
You'd like to see more effective ball movement there.
Well, that's just a wasted opportunity.
Kicks it out to Cunningham. Pistons keep it alive. The three is up. No good that time.
The perimeter game has failed him thus far. Hit one from range in the first half, but nothing since.
Henry, that one's good.
Wow, 5 consecutive threes. This defense looking very frustrated right now.
Tries to break his ice. And the layup by Cunningham. Cunningham's got 15.
And playing with great control, Cunningham is dictating the pace, getting to his spots, and taking it to the defense.
MP outside. And the sweet roll that time on the rim. That one falls. Henry's got 38 points.
Well, he's having a big scoring night, but he's doing it extremely efficiently. This is impressive.
Pass to Robinson. Lets it go from deep. The rebound by MP.
He created the opening. He got the angle. Unfortunately, that miss is just on him.
Simons passes to Okoro. It's good.
Nice pass by Simons, showing you that he's multidimensional.
27 seconds left in the third quarter. Cunningham against MP. Now here's Cunningham. He's closely guarded. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
And here's MP from outside. Gets the three ball to go. MP's got 41.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
Well, they certainly have the shooters to do it. It's just about finding that rhythm.
And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection.
And the Pistons will go for a different look here. Stewart, he's checked in for Reed. Holland comes in for Harris. Thompson, he's checked in for LeVert. And it's Robinson in for Jenkins. And a change for the Bulls. MP's checked in. Pass to Cunningham. Detroit moving the ball around. Cunningham on the wing. Chicago with a rebound. Smith's got 4 rebounds in the game.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
We've got Holland. Cunningham is out there with Duncan Robinson. Then it's Asar Thompson, and it's Stewart in at the 5. That's the group for Detroit right now. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth now. Pass to Holland. And we've heard some coaches complain about short turnarounds on back-to-back legs. Would you like to see more done there?
Well, for those late starts when you arrive at the hotel at 2 or 3 in the morning and you've got to play the next night, those are certainly rough. But I feel like the league has done all they can eliminating.
And again for 3.
And this is a historic shooting night for him. Tied for third now for most threes in a game.
And the points keep piling up and the threes keep dropping in. He is red hot from downtown. There's Cunningham with a 3. Cunningham can't get that one to fall.
Well, his three-pointer just hasn't been there in the second half.
MP shot is off. Detroit has gone 1 for 3 in the fourth quarter from range. Thompson's shot is off. Chicago has got 2 of 5 threes to go here in the fourth. Sexton passes to Miller, uses the glass to finish the layup. Miller's got 4 points in the quarter.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Well, the way this game has gone, I'm actually not surprised it was that easy for him.
And it's Cunningham missing.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Sexton passes to MP. And here's Giddey. Robinson defending. They set the pick. Here's Sexton. The rebound by Stewart.
He expects to make every one of those, and we expect him to make them too.
And here's Cunningham outside. The basket's good. Off the assist from Thompson. Cunningham's got 22.
Love that shot by Cunningham. He's developing more confidence in his three-point stroke.
From outside the arc, connects again from distance.
The parade of threes has no end in sight. He just keeps knocking them down.
And that latest triple ties him for second for most threes in a game. What a monster performance from deep it's been. Well, officials have never been under greater scrutiny, so development is key, Grant. And I read now they have a training app refs can use on their phones.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen the players leveraging electronics to train smarter, and it's great to see the officials making use of technology as well.
And here's Cunningham outside. Chicago grabs the miss. Smith's got his 8th rebound here tonight.
Well, the scoreboard tells you everything you need to know about this one. A great showing here for the Bulls.
Good! Another from 3.
And of course it falls for him. And that 3 pushing him into the record books.
Well, he is now tied for the most threes in a game. A night we'll never forget. Cunningham, a screen on Giddey. Robinson for 3. Chicago with a rebound. Miller outside. Smith outside. Back to Miller. Pass to Giddey. Now here's Miller. For 3, Sexton. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
You got to give them respect. They're doing everything they can to close this out.
And this run should seal this win. What a timely burst.
Back to Cunningham. Again, the miss by the Pistons.
Tried to come right back at him with the 3. Not that time.
Sexton finds MP. And the Bulls tack on 2 more.
They really came in with the right mindset today. I can guarantee you their flight home will be filled with some smiles.
It is never easy to win on the road, but they rose to the challenge.
So it's the Bulls winning this one easily. This one wasn't even close. The hometown crowd was waiting for a miracle that never came.
Yeah, and this team was consistent throughout. They met every challenge, and they earned this dub.
And now let's catch up with Dominic Hamill.
Thanks, guys. A $50 and a win, and I already know you'll say one doesn't mean much without the other. You really mean it, though? Isn't that what players have to say? What's the danger in admitting what anybody who's played at any level knows to be true? Scoring is fun.
Dom, if I get 30 rebounds and we lose, nobody wants to know how much fun I had. All they care about is the L we just took. Points are a big deal to a lot of people, and I get that. But if you get them in a loss, it takes the air right out the room. I don't know what else to tell you, bro. I really don't. That's just how it is. That's just how the cookie crumbles.
Loud and clear, MP. Thanks for your time.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Brian, back to you.
Okay, Dominic, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. With Tim Legler, Ali LaForce, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson. As always, we appreciate you tuning in tonight. So long, everybody.